nothing before this quarter ends.
Rondo has been the catalyst here in the first quarter. Drives again to the layup. And he goes down hard. He hurt himself. He has been fearless going to the basket. One of the smallest guys on the floor. Not afraid, but he paid the price right there. As Jason Williams is called for the foul. We've seen too much of this in this series. Guys down and not been able to get up right away. Let's watch and listen to the play. You know, you hope you land on the fleshy part there, but by the way he reacted, right on that side. Eddie Lacerte once again out there. Celtics by 9, but their man is down. See, Rondo is up, shaken up. He's going to go to the free throw line. He has to take the free throw. Otherwise, if they had somebody substitute because he was unable to, he would not be able to return to the game. The only time that happens is on a flagrant foul. That wasn't a flagrant, but man, right away, shaken up. As Doc Rivers concerned about his all-star point guard.
And we saw in the previous game where a player was hurt, they committed the foul to get him off the floor. Well, all of a sudden, the Celtics don't have a foul to give. So with 32 seconds to go in this quarter, you cannot take that foul without sacrificing 2 foul shots to get Rondo out of the game.
And I'll say this, in regards to that rule, maybe we could scale that back to the last 4 minutes of the game, where a guy doesn't have to take the free throw, or he doesn't have to take the free throws. Because if a guy's legitimately hurt, he should be able to go out and get treatment.
The reason they do that is they feel too many teams would take advantage. A guy with a bad free throw shooter would fake being hurt.
Late
so
they would, late they would, but not early.
They could do it all the time. What if Harris could do it a lot?
When you be out the next possession, they get scored on every time.
Redick flips it up, short. Rasheed Wallace the rebound. Shot clock turned off, and the crowd getting on its feet here at the TD Garden. Rondo. And that will end the first quarter. The Boston Celtics off to a strong start, especially Rajon Rondo with the 12 points. Getting to the basket, also had 3 assists, didn't turn it over. He's shaken up right now. Boston shooting 50% from the field. First quarter complete here in Game 6. Celtics an 11-point lead.
Back to Boston with Stan Van Gundy. You asked your guys pregame to play harder than Boston. What did you think from that end?
Well, the biggest problem is we're not running back on defense. I mean, and we missed several defensive assignments, and they're on the free throw line all the time. I mean, if it's going to be fast break layups and free throws, we're not going to win.
Stan, thanks. Mike?
All right, Doris, 11 free throws in the first half for Boston. Rondo took 3 of them. Right now, though, he's got some ice on him as he took that hard fall going to the basket. And he's out of the game. Tony Allen in his place. As is Nate Robinson, too. And the Celtics have tried different backup point guards. They don't have a real pure backup point guard. As Redick puts it up, that won't go. Redick, who shot the ball so well in the series and has been maybe the most consistent Magic player, and he's 0 for 3 tonight.
And that was a poor play by Tony Allen, but he got away with it.
Pierce on the drive, kicks it out. Robinson left open. Davis the offensive board, back out. Tony Allen inside. Glenn Davis banks it in. Good pass from Tony Allen.
You know, Coach and I both felt that Nate Robinson gave quality minutes in Orlando. Fresh into basketball, made wise decisions on the offensive end, and little things like that. You find yourself being called on by the coach because he can trust you.
Ball poked away by Davis. Allen has it. Allen on the drive, goes right into Redick. Offensive foul. J.J. Redick draws the charge. Let's listen to a Stan Van Gundy huddle.
We're not making a good enough effort. Hey, and everything's a foul. We're on the line. Listen, we're okay if we play, but we're not into the fight yet.
They were into the fight the last 2 games. His voice is almost gone, and it's early in the second.
At least my brother and I, my brothers and I, we sound alike a little bit. Where's your voice like that?
Oh, hey. I'm not under the stress of the playoffs. I'm on easy street right here.
Reddick gets one to go, and it's an 11-point Boston lead. Rasheed Wallace to the basket, blocked by Gortat, but Pierce with the rebound.
And really the difference, those are the type of plays that the Magic were coming up with. All of a sudden, it's the Celtics.
Robinson to Davis, misses the layup. Robinson had a layup himself.
I thought that was the right play, though.
Carter gets inside and draws the foul.
Good crossover away from the screen by Robinson. Draws Howard. That's the right play. And I don't know if Glenn Davis just mistimed where he wanted to shoot it over the rim, or if he thought Howard was coming to block. But either way, I've really been impressed. And I'm going to say this. I was never a fan of watching Nate Robinson play with the Knicks. I thought he was always trying to put on a sideshow instead of playing the game. But he's a talent, and I think he has benefited from being in this disciplined Celtic system. And I think even though he hasn't gotten minutes, it's going to help him long-term in his career.
We come to the arenas 2.5 hours before the games. He's out there working hard and trying to get better. He had a role when he first got here, then was completely out of the rotation, but it hasn't stopped him from working.
And you're 100% right, because I look even a step further. On the sideline, when he's not playing, when he's on the bench, the guy is into the ball game. He's cheering, he's clapping, he's communicating. That's big time for Nate Robinson.
Sets up for 3, knocks it down right on cue. He is a superb athlete. Fires up the crowd, fires up himself. Celtics 4 of 6 from downtown. They're up a dozen.
If you build it, it will come. Nate Robinson off the pick and roll. Nobody in sight. Jameer Nelson, you know the rules. Hand down, man down. Nate Robinson having fun and showing off.
Will there be a Game 7 on Sunday night? If there is, if the Magic win tonight, we'll have it for you on ESPN. Our coverage begins 7:30 Eastern, Kia NBA shoot-around. Tip-off from Orlando shortly after 8:30. Celtics and the Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals. As Boston now up by 12 with Rajon Rondo banged up a bit. Nate Robinson comes in. He's only played sporadically in the playoffs, but it's a big shot for Boston here.
Well, that's a little too much space. Jameer Nelson can't play Nate Robinson the same way as he plays Rondo. And Nate, I like what you're doing. You don't got to fire up the crowd. Go sit down and get ready for the next play.
See, now I totally disagree with that. And I'm sure that Doc Rivers disagree with it, because he's thinking if you're over there and you're into this game, this is not the New York Knicks where you're losing 100 games. You're an impact player. You're into your team. You've earned the right by your play to celebrate as long as you continue to follow the game plan.
Carter knocks down his first field goal.
I mean, we watch this playoff basketball. We watch this every single night. Guys make plays and they get excited.
I don't want to see my 11th man posing. Just ball.
Robinson, nice pass inside. It wasn't the most beautiful thing to watch from Garnett, but he got it to go for his first field goal. And Nate Robinson has been a nice spark off the bench.
Hey, Mike, I know this guy next to me as a coach. The plays that Nate Robinson has made so far, the play to Big Baby that was unsuccessful, the jumper, as how it's called.
Thought it was going to be a travel. Instead, it's an offensive foul.
It should have been a traveling violation instead of an offensive foul, but certainly Howard. Good defense by Rasheed Wallace. And that's a traveling violation. But my point is, the plays being made by Nate Robinson, the jumper, the drop-off